When you are, hi, hello, hey there, this video is titled Competing Thoughts, and this is a new idea for me, but it just got inside my mind. I was like, oh wow, like a kind of a bing hello moment. And so in your life, if you have a central goal or vision, which you certainly should have, say this is it, it has to be something that you're excited about, that you get up early in the morning, that you don't need an alarm clock anymore, something to really get you going. I heard from a prominent author recently, was listening to an audio, saying you have your musts, not your shoulds. That whatever it is that you're experiencing right now, that is what you have settled for. That is what has come to you through lack of setting goals or being excited about something. Napoleon Hill called it definiteness of purpose, which is slightly different than what I'm talking about, but basically the same thing. Absolute certainty. This is what I want. This is how I want things to be. It's very clear. Me, I have a whole wall of a room in my house dedicated to just how I want my personal life to be. The people I want in my life, how many do I want? What are they doing? What are they like? What is my family like? What, and other stuff as well. What kind of food do I eat? What kind of transportation do I have? What kind of home do I live in? And so forth. And down to smaller details, down to interior decoration, down to shoes, glasses, or maybe it's LASIK surgery. Whatever it is, have definiteness, be very specific. And then on the an entire other wall, I have a professional life. Businesses, money, people, resources, and getting down to the why of it all. Well, why do I want those things? Why is that important? So this is your key goal here, or what that definiteness of purpose. So now, what happens is, competing thoughts start to come in. Well, maybe if things don't work out with my business, I'll just go bankrupt. I'll just move back in with my parents. Wouldn't it be great if a bus just ran me over? You know what? I'm just going to watch TV tonight and not answer client correspondence, and so forth. All these little and big competing thoughts. Now, if you don't have this central thing, guess what? Your whole life is just this tangled web of these competing thoughts that you're not controlling, you're not in charge of those. And so you have to have this central thing. Now, what I'm doing, this is why I'm so excited about this, I'm going in, I am systematically shutting down these competing thoughts. Like, I do not entertain these concepts anymore. Like, hell or high water, there is no way I'm moving back home. You crush that. That's gone. So guess where all that mental energy goes? That mental energy goes to the center, if you have one. If you don't have one, if you're moaning and complaining about boss and coworkers and traffic and the government and just bitching about everything, well, guess what? That's one giant tangle of competing thought, of mental energy. And so where are your written goals? Where's your vision board? Where's your clear, specific, with pictures, vision of how you want things to be? It's so easy for this to become this tangled morass of how things that I don't want. I hate this. I hate that. I don't want this. You know. Oh, that really teased me off. And then you get a bunch of those people in a room. Oh my gosh, there's a consensus reality. Life sucks. Oh my gosh. Oh, don't even say that. You gotta have something in the middle that's very, 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 very exciting to you, that you can see it in your mind. Me, it's Valhalla. That's a big one. I have a very clear idea of how I want things to be. Now, just a little side note here, and this is very, I dare I say this is important for men. I'm going to go out on a limb, I'm going to say male psychology wants to fix things. We are fixers. So, when you start doing this and you start making this something that you're thinking about a lot, this is what? What do I want? That's it. There's no law saying you can't think of how you would like it to be without limitation. But what happens is these voices come in and they start asking how. How can that possibly happen? And then you kill off this dream without even getting started. Right now I'm living in a what from 2006. From is that 8 years ago? No, 2007. So 7 years ago. 7 years ago I drew a picture, I knew what I wanted, I was in love with this vision, a world room with tables of terrain, all these beautiful creations. I love that. Absolutely fantastic. And I had no idea how I was going to do it. So, yeah, don't let the how screw you up when you're doing this. It's only a mental exercise at first, this thing that you're excited about. Then go in and shut down these competing thoughts that there's no, I accept this and nothing else. This is it. This has to happen. Maybe you don't know how yet. Maybe you don't know how, but you can keep yourself excited every day. I don't know how, but today's going to be a great day. I'm going to be one step closer. I'm going to be one brick with mortar on top of it closer. And that is awesome for your mental state. You need that so bad, because if you can just keep that idea present in your mind and get rid of competing thoughts, and then that will sustain you. It'll be like a little reactor core pulsing inside of your chest. So the other thing is just a quick. There will be what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe voices is a good word for it. There will be internal and external voices. The internal voices can be you yourself, but more often than not, what sounds like you yourself is actually a voice from your past. They're all going to laugh at you. You can't do it. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. What makes you think you're so great? And you create these, and it just kind of shoots this down, crushes it. So don't worry about, if you just accept in the beginning mentally, this is a mental exercise, it's safe. I'm only looking at what? I'm only looking at what it is that I want. And then there's how. Now there's an interesting question here, which is why. And I'm going to get to that in a separate video, which is, well, if you want something to be a certain way, to have a certain experience or a certain relationship, well, why is that? What is it, which is also a what as well. What is it that you really want out of that? Is it to be safe? Is it to be secure, to be loved, to be admired, to have an adventure? Whatever it is, because sometimes this why can inform this a lot better. Well, maybe there's a different way of doing that. So, like, for example, money. Money's a big thing, because money is this magical compound that can turn into almost anything else. Almost. So the thought is, okay, well, I'll get lots of money, and then I'll figure out what it is that I want. Well, that's the cart before the horse. I believe you got to figure out the what first. And sometimes the money isn't even necessary. Maybe you can just directly get whatever that is. So that could be on a more profound level. Maybe it's possible to be admired and loved and not make X amount of dollars per year or whatever it is. Maybe other people, maybe an external voice told you that that was good, that would make you successful. Maybe the peace and happiness and the fulfillment of why you're here on this earth, something that I believe you decided present, you decided in your past, and I actually believe that we're eternal beings and bring those things with us before we're born. So, shutting down competing thoughts, basically it's like a hose, like a hose with like little leaks in it, you know. Those are arrows. So once you seal off those leaks, you get that pressure flowing nice and steady. So that is my thought on competing thoughts, and I hope that you've got your food for thought. Thanks for tuning in.